Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is February 8th, 2025, and Javier Tebas has denounced Real Madrid. Yes, you heard that correctly. Javier Tebas has denounced Real Madrid. Also, Barcelona have made a U-turn when it comes to Frenkie de Jong's contract renewal. And finally, the Turkish League are still insisting on signing Ansu Fati. We have a lot to discuss. So let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and this is a Barca News live, but not your regular live. This is not a podcast where I'm gonna be, reading comments and addressing questions or anything like that. But this is a live because I am out of the country. On Thursday, I flew to Iceland for a quick trip. I know I promised some videos, but unfortunately, all Thursday I was flying. Friday I was out all day. Today I was out all day. I just got back to my hotel, so. I know I didn't make videos the last 2 days, so I do apologize, but I am here ready to do 3 videos. I'm going live 2 more times after this one, and after this, I promise you, you're going to be up to date on all Barca news since I left the country. I will be back home tomorrow night, so tomorrow night I will be doing videos from my YouTube studio, which will be regular videos. This is, of course, a live because I'm still out of the country. All right, let's dive right into the news because, ladies and gentlemen, La Liga's president Javier Tebas has denounced Real Madrid. Yes, you have heard that correctly. Now, all of this comes on the back of Real Madrid's statement. As you know, we've talked about it a lot in previous videos, in previous lives. Real Madrid issued a statement saying that the referees are on purpose manipulating the league and they are, adulterating the league against them because of that mistake that happened against Espanyol, where the Espanyol defender who tackled Mbappe should have received a red card. And instead of coming out and saying, hey, that was a mistake, this is not okay, this mistake should be fixed, no, they're strictly accusing La Liga manipulating the league on purpose, which is, it's hilarious because, of course, Real Madrid have benefited the most from refereeing errors all throughout football in history. But nonetheless, they still made that statement because, of course, there's one thing Real Madrid are good at, is playing the victim's card. Where it seems that Javier Tebas, who he himself is a huge Madridista, has also gotten sick and tired. As you know, I made a video about all the clubs, all the Liga clubs have issued statements because they're sick and tired of Real Madrid and their shenanigans. And now Javier Tebas has joined them because he too is sick of Real Madrid's crap. Now, I'm going to show you Javier Tebas' statements, which you will not believe what he said. But Javier Tebas said, well, they're against everything. That is the reality. Real Madrid wants to hurt the competition, not only the refereeing collective. They have built a story of victimhood that I think the icing on the cake was the letter that they put out the other day. But they have a story of victimhood that is not like that. They made a bad analysis of the Negreira case, that evidently Barcelona is under investigation. That what it has proven that it seems to be for the issue of influence in promotion and relegation has not accredited any payment to referees or anyone. They have built a story of exaggerated victimhood out of place and with an objective, in my opinion, of hurting the competition. In the letter, it was seen. All the adulterated competition, all an excessive issue. They have lost their minds. Javier Tebas saying about Real Madrid that they have lost their minds. We are, of course, going to denounce, just as we denounced Real Madrid TV back in the day. We are going to see the complaint, if it is to the club, to the one who signed the letter, to the board of directors. We are analyzing the issue at a legal level, but obviously this type of letter cannot be consented to because falsehood or half-truths. Ladies and gentlemen, Javier Tebas dropping the hammer on Real Madrid, saying that they have lost their minds, saying that they are playing the victim's card. And of course, they are playing the victim's card. Real Madrid has benefited the most from refereeing errors, and the one time they get a refereeing error against them, all of a sudden, all referees are out to get them. And just like all the Liga clubs, Javier Tebas is sick and tired of their crap. So the La Liga president announcing that they are considering legal action against Real Madrid because you cannot just go around spreading falsehood and lies without any repercussions. And finally, we're seeing Javier Tebas act. Now, the icing on the cake of all this, besides Javier Tebas saying that Real Madrid lost their mind, that they are playing the victim's card, that they are considering legal action against them, the icing in all this, he goes around and says, hey, they keep playing the Negrita card, and guess what? The Negrita investigation has revealed zero evidence of Barcelona paying referees. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would have told me a few months ago that Real Madrid playing the Negrita card would end up biting them in the ass because now all La Liga clubs and La Liga presidents sick and tired of them, I would have not believed you. So, huge statements by Javier Tebas. Hopefully there is legal action done because, again, one thing is to complain about the refereeing errors, about the refereeing incompetence, which we all know La Liga referees are incompetent. But a whole different thing is to come out and straight up accuse La Liga's referees of purposely manipulating the league against them. Absolutely mind-blowing. Anyway, speaking of Javier Tebas, by the way, why is this doing that? There we go. Speaking of... Oh, I just realized I wasn't changing the slides. That's why. Sorry about that. Again, I'm doing this from a laptop and a tiny camera. I have the laptop on the ledge of a window because there's nowhere else to make videos. But anyways, speaking of Javier Tebas, by the way, La Liga is set to announce the new salary limits on February 18th. So stay tuned to February 18th because La Liga will announce the new salary limits. Of course, Barcelona did not sign anyone. However, they did do a lot of renewals, Pedri, Gabi, Gerard Martin. So all these renewals will affect Barcelona's wage limit. And La Liga, by February 18th, they're going to recalculate everyone's wage limit now that the winter transfer market has been closed, and they will announce it. So we'll know how much Barcelona's salary cap is, which will know how much margin Barcelona will have to sign during the summer transfer market. Now, Barcelona's wage limit currently is set at 427 million euros, which is 200 million euros more than the previous one, because previously Barcelona's wage limit was at 204. It went up to 427. We'll see what the new wage limit will be on February 18th. And of course, I will be making a video about it. So stay tuned to the channel. Now, the next bit of news is in regards to Frenkie de Jong, because ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona have made a U-turn on the contract renewal of Frenkie. As you know, Barcelona had sent Frenkie de Jong a contract renewal offer over a year ago. He wasn't responding to it. So Deco said, that's it. Offer revoked, expired. We're not renewing you. If you want to stay in Barcelona, you better come to us and ask for your contract renewal. And now it seems that since Flick is happy with Frenkie de Jong's contract renewal, Joan Laporta is willing to intervene and mediate between Frenkie and Deco because Deco's not having it. However, in order for that to happen, A, Frenkie de Jong is still going to have to call Laporta and say, yes, I want to stay, please. And B, he's going to have to agree to a huge salary cut because right now Frenkie de Jong has the highest salary in La Liga. It's a salary that Barcelona cannot afford, and it's a salary that is not commensurate with what Frenkie de Jong has given us as far as performance. Yes, his performances have improved, but not enough to justify the highest salary in La Liga. So if Frenkie de Jong is willing to do those things, Joan Laporta is willing to step in, talk to Deco and be like, hey, let's work it out. Let's find a solution. We'll see whether Frenkie de Jong will agree to that because, of course, we know that Frenkie de Jong is not looking to reduce his salary. And, of course, that's a no-go. Barcelona are not willing to keep paying this incredibly inflated salary. Now, the last bit of news, speaking of high salaries, we do have to talk about Ansu Fati. And I say high salaries because Ansu has one of the highest salaries on the squad. But it looks like the Turkish league are still insistent on the Barcelona Academy graduate because even though the winter transfer market has closed in Europe, in Turkey, it's still open. There's still a few days left. And it looks like both Besiktas and Fenerbahce are very interested in signing Ansu Fati, especially Besiktas, and they're not ruling out having executives fly out from Turkey to Spain to try to convince Ansu Fati to join the Turkish league. Now, for now, Ansu Fati is still insisting on not leaving, but we'll see what happens after those executives fly to Barcelona. We'll see if they can nudge him or not. My feeling is that he's going to stay, but we'll see what will happen. And, of course, I will be here to cover it to cover it all. Anyways, that is all the news for this live. I'm going to go live 2 more times after this one because there's a lot of news. Again, I didn't do videos on Thursday and Friday. So there's a lot of news to catch you up on. So I'm going live twice after this. So stay tuned because there is more news to come. I will see you in those lives. And as always, Visca Barça.